Do not be captive to your way of thinking. Are you unknowingly trapped by your own way of thinking? In this powerful video, we explore why being captive to rigid thinking patterns limits personal growth, innovation, leadership, and success in both life and business. You will discover how fixed mental models silently shape your decisions, block creativity, and prevent progress. And most importantly, how to break free. This video dives deep into mental flexibility, alternative thinking, systems thinking, and mindset transformation, helping you unlock a higher level of awareness and strategic clarity. Whether you are a leader, entrepreneur, manager, or lifelong learner, this video will challenge your assumptions and expand how you see the world. The invisible prison. Many people believe their biggest limitations come from external circumstances. Lack of money, opportunities, connections, or resources. In reality, the most powerful prison is often the one built inside the mind. Being captive to your way of thinking means living within rigid mental patterns, assumptions, and beliefs that silently control how you perceive reality, make decisions, and respond to change. When you become a prisoner of your own thinking, growth slows down, creativity fades, and progress becomes painful. Freedom begins when you recognize that your thoughts are tools, not truths. What does being captive to your thinking really mean? Being captive to your way of thinking happens when you assume your perspective is the only correct one. You resist new ideas because they feel uncomfortable. You confuse past experiences with absolute reality. You react automatically instead of thinking deliberately. You defend beliefs even when evidence proves otherwise. This mental captivity is subtle, it feels safe, familiar, predictable. But safety can quietly turn into stagnation. The brain loves comfort, not truth. The human brain is designed to conserve energy. Once it forms a belief or mental model, it prefers to reuse it repeatedly, even if it becomes outdated or harmful. This is why societies resist progress. Organizations fail to adapt. People repeat the same mistakes. Leaders make poor decisions despite intelligence. Mental comfort feels like certainty. But certainty without reflection becomes blindness. Fixed thinking versus flexible thinking. A captive mind is often rooted in fixed thinking. I'm just not good at this. There's only one right way. People like me don't succeed. This is how things have always been. A free mind practices flexible thinking. What can I learn from this? What assumptions am I making? What if there's another explanation? How would someone else see this situation? The difference between success and failure, innovation and collapse, growth and stagnation often lie in this distinction. How captive thinking affects life and business. Being trapped in one way of thinking can kill innovation and creativity, create poor leadership decisions, prevent learning and skill development, increase stress and emotional reactivity, damage relationships through misunderstanding, block strategic thinking in business and management. In modern management, leadership, and problem solving, mental flexibility is no longer optional. It is a survival skill. The power of alternative perspectives. Every problem has more than one angle. When you expose your mind to new disciplines, different cultures, diverse experiences, contradictory opinions, you weaken mental rigidity and strengthen intellectual humility. Growth begins the moment you admit, I might be wrong. This is not weakness. This is the highest form of intelligence. How to break free from mental captivity. Question your assumptions. Ask, why do I believe this? Where did it come from? Delay judgment. Replace instant opinions with curiosity. Practice systems thinking. Look at causes, effects, and interconnections instead of isolated events. Expose yourself to opposing views. Growth lives outside your mental comfort zone. Think in probabilities, not certainties. Reality is complex, rigid answers oversimplify it. Reflect instead of reacting. Awareness breaks automatic thinking patterns. Mental freedom is a choice. You cannot control every event in your life. But you can control how you interpret and respond to it. When you stop being captive to your way of thinking, you gain clarity, adaptability, wisdom, and power. True freedom does not begin outside. It begins the moment your mind becomes open enough to change.